What's going on, everyone? Just gonna make sure we're actually live. Wait for a couple people to get in. Welcome back to Mondays with Mike. Here every week. Sorry, just answering a couple questions here. We'll let a couple people get online. And if you want, you can ask some questions in the bottom corner. Trying to look for the comment box here. Something's going on. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Don't know why this is not working today. Just making sure. All right, there we go. That should be able to do it. All right, I'm trying to see if you guys can see the actual live chat box. Cool, finally. For some reason, it's not showing up on my live stream feed over here, so I had to change it. I forgot to make it so it's not for kids to be joining. So, anyways, sorry about that. We're back on. I had to just approve that so people can actually comment, or else we're not going to have anyone answering any questions today. So, yeah. So, anyways, back here on a Monday. Another crazy busy day. Obviously, we're in season right now, season, so tax season, and a lot of stuff going on for us constantly. Things going on, a lot of stuff selling out, guys. I mean, until then, I can go online, see 100 things in stock, and the next day I look completely gone. So either a lot of companies are buying them, or just sales are really good for a lot of different companies right now. So congrats to them. Yeah, so we'll just kind of wait and see how many people join in today. Hopefully get some good feedback on what's going on. Been pretty busy. I don't think really too much has been. Nothing's really been going on with our personal cars, so it's kind of like the same thing again. Just shit's waiting until we send it off to the fab shop with the 11th gen. So, oh, cool. Well, it's gonna get good. I just really wish this damn turbo would hurry up and ship, Andy. Super annoying. Trying to get the car put back together and out there within the next month. So I'm gonna actually personally reach out again and see if I can get an update, try and push something along here sooner. So that's the plan, anyways. So I mean, I know the turbo is brand new for them, so that's probably why it's taking forever. It's still pretty shitty. So yeah, if you guys are new to the group, I don't know how many people are in, because obviously some of my stuff didn't appear because I changed up the algorithm tonight. Because I had it actually as kids could join in, so it doesn't let you have the chat. But yeah, we're in here. You can ask a question in the comments. I'm basically here to answer questions about parts, any questions you have, your build, stuff you plan to do. We come in every week at 8 o'clock. There's a ton of cool dudes that hang out here. You can ask and chat with them in the comment section. Yeah, it just makes it a nice place to get a little bit different information rather than from some of the people that are lurking around on Facebook with misinformation these days. So usually we get about 20 people in here. every Monday, and yeah, see what happens. There is a new part that came out. Um, oh, cool. We got a question already. When I order my steady stage clutch kit, do I need? Yes, you do need the RV6 flywheel. Thing is RV6 and myself flywheels. We're just out of the stage zero clutch right now, so about 2, 3 weeks on those. So I would definitely, if you're planning on doing it soon, just get it ordered. So it gets shipped out pretty soon. Um, but yeah, you need the flywheel along with the clutch. You can't use the stock flywheel. Clutches don't work with that one, and it's dual mass and it's heavy anyway. So it's a much better feel using the RB6 one because it's a lot lighter. Yep. So yeah, you guys can ask questions, whatever. Just have fun here while we come in and get some more information on the page. I appreciate thumbs up, likes, whatever you guys want to do, help support the channel. So yeah, we'll be back here next Monday. I think I'm no, we're actually going to be quite a few Mondays till I'm going somewhere. So that's good. We'll have plenty of Mondays with Mike coming up. New product alert released. I don't know when it came out. I had an email from someone, but HPS have finally brought out an intake for the third generation RDX. I've actually got an order of them coming here. So I'll actually have a video that we post doing an overview of the parts and lay them out. I'll take some measurements and yeah, see what we think of the intake. It's the first main intake for the RDX. So HPS have definitely stepped up their game over the past couple of years, and their products are actually really nice. What have been coming out. So hopefully it looks cool. I'm a little suspect on the airbox because it looks a little funky in the pictures, but I'll go ahead and let you guys know what I think. And I have a couple people that are installing them probably in about a week. So hopefully get some good feedback from them on the intakes. Yeah, and the new part was for the RDX. Nothing really for the 11th gen. I mean, pretty much there's as many parts as you can get for that car. There's only a couple things that I think will come out in the next couple of years, if that, and that's about it for parts. I mean, you can pretty much do every bolt-on part out there right now. There's nothing else that really can come out unless PRL bring their turbo out, which they're supposed to bring out. Um, what else would be coming out for the 11th gen? So yeah, finally an RDX intake. It's only taken now 5 years for someone to do it. I mean, we kind of have our little kind of one we came up with that works with the PRL inlet, but obviously not everyone wants to turbo swap and do all that hassle. So yeah, finally something to work with. I'll do some measurements too and see if it possibly can work with the PRL inlet. Obviously, it'd be a very expensive situation since that was 400 and the PRL inlet's going to set you back a lot more. So, but more options are always a good thing, and I'm here to bring it because I actually know the RDX well, as we actually owned one for several years, and yeah, we know what we're doing. I'll go ahead and take measurements and see whether we're actually with the PRL coupler, some different things because a lot of questions we get on the RDX stuff. So, yep, cool. So, welcome in everyone. Thanks again for tuning back in. My name's Mike. Really appreciate it. Close to finally getting paid by YouTube for all these years, putting in relentless hours of YouTube work that slowly are paying off, I guess. But yeah, I think we're only within like 200 watch hours from finally getting dollars from YouTube. So if you guys can watch videos, if you have, go through there to get information, especially for the 11th guys. I think I flooded our page with the most 11th gen content of any company on the market, hands down. I'm actually going to have a couple of videos coming out soon. I will be getting in a bunch of camber arms, so I'm going to go over all the camber arm options, pricing, quality, what they look like in person. We get a lot of questions on firearms. I think it'll be good to kinda go through it and give some information in the video. I might even weigh them all to see which one's the lightest, which one's the heaviest. So, just some good information coming out. If you guys wanna see parts, that I kinda review and look over and take measurements or weights, I can do that. So, yeah. What's going on, man? Just another busy Monday, another 13-hour, 14-hour day for us. So, almost, it's just past 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. So, and we'll be on here for the next hour. So, you guys can tune in, follow along, chat with people in the comments, ask questions. The more you get involved, the better the chat is. Sometimes I'm left in here with nothing to say. Um, Obviously, because right now I don't have both of our project cars here in North Carolina. They're both in Arizona. So I'm kind of stagnant on some material right now. I haven't worked on a car in a few months, so it kind of feels weird. So, but yeah, ask away. Love to answer anything we can. And I'm trying to think of the things. Just for if there's any Type R people in here, good luck getting parts. um, they are severely back ordered. Everything is. I should have my intakes pretty soon. I ordered those a while ago, and hopefully they'll come in. I just sold out of our PRL inlets, so those are gone. Our whole stock only lasted 2 days. So if you ordered one, yep, but I haven't, but I did actually see that he was talking about, I think a couple weeks ago, that he was like the fastest 60 to 130 time. I don't even know. I don't pay it much attention to him. I mean, I've noticed he's kinda talking a little bit about Derek here and there, making some slight jabs at Derek, in some of the videos. Um, I mean, I get it. I mean, if people are talking bad about your business, you're gonna defend it like I did this week, uh, with another company, online that basically lied to customers to get business. Yes, we do sell DC racing coilers. I don't know why companies are out there saying that I lost my contract with BC. Never happened. I've never had an infraction from violation from BC ever. We've been going up since 2009. So I think it's really petty that companies just try to talk to people about trying to gain business. All right, what is this? You said you need a 100 TW time to run. Well, he hasn't seen your report, obviously. So that dude just needs to actually take the car to the track and see what it'll do. That would probably help him a lot more in his capabilities. So, but yeah, it's pretty funny watching his little feed stuff he goes on there. Well, I really doubt he's gonna run that on a 300. Ah, oh, you ran it on a 300. Yeah, I don't know, man. That he's out there. But at least he's putting in work doing stuff, I guess. I don't know, things. I think the biggest thing that was kinda funny is the porting on the, turbo outlet. He was saying, like, 10, 15 horsepower, which is just funny. It'd be cool if he could come in the live feed. I don't know. I always welcome in anyone. If anyone knows Alex Kings, he can come into the, live feed and talk if he wants. I don't care who comes in here. Gets more viewership, right? And it makes for a good time too. Oh, wow. Man, some people's pages are pretty funny. I try to stay pretty low key. Andy, you actually caught me on a good night. I had some wine for that conversation, and, I usually don't do that on Facebook, but I just when my business is attacked, I get pretty, I get pretty defensive. Obviously, I've worked almost 20 years at this, and, so when I have some young kid talking shit about my business, I'm definitely gonna defend it. Yeah. Well, the dude just needs to understand who he's dealing with. If he continues to do stuff, he's gonna have a lawsuit, so he can go look up who my wife's dad is if he, really cares to. So, yeah, that I think it's so funny some of these suspension-only companies that, like, do suspension and wheels and tires and think they are a modifying company. I just don't get it at all. It's like, dude, you're literally bolting on coilovers and putting wheels on the car. You haven't done any. It's just so funny. Yep. Well, he's welcome to join. I mean, if anyone knows, that dude, he can join our chat any, Monday. I think in Texas from what I looked up. I don't really care to go back to Texas for a while, so yeah, I even had the guys from, Seiko Speed reaching out to me and just laughing, so it was pretty funny. Definitely amusing. It kinda ruined my night, to be honest, but, you know, work goes 24/7. There's only a couple nights a week that I actually like to enjoy myself, and sometimes work just completely ruins it, so yeah, no kidding, I was kinda surprised I didn't have much backup in that group, to be honest. Yeah, it's some people need to comment in the group, come on. Get some comments coming, or else Andy and I are just gonna chat all night long, and it gets totally boring. Yeah, it was in the 10th gen, Accord group that this happened. He was trying to sell I mean, I'm blocked from him, so I can't even see him when in there, but he basically told the customer that I've been working with that I don't sell BC racing coilovers, so good luck getting any from me, and which is a complete lie, so, it was last Wednesday, and it was in I can't remember what Accord 10th gen Accord group. I mean, it's all done now, it's not even a big deal, but it just was funny, that night having to deal with it, and he had, like, some sales guy was backing him up. I don't know, who knows? Yeah, anyways, if you guys have questions of parts, you're more than welcome to chat and hear about it. I always tell people if you need something soon, always reach out to me. I always get back to people right away, so yeah, it's amazing how, I guess, certain people know because 'cause they're in the groups a lot and they follow certain companies, but there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on in this industry that is really pathetic in a lot of ways. And, I think the biggest problem and part of the reason why I come in and have this chat is so I can understand kind of the business aspect of this industry, and a lot of it is just a lot of people that, number 1, aren't business people that are running these businesses and act like and, it's pretty embarrassing sometimes. But, yeah, I wish I didn't get involved in the conversation, but, honestly, I had to back up Axion and what we've done for the Accord, um, group in general, um, and the amount of hours that we put in with Accord customers over the years, so, yep, it was pretty interesting chat. Hopefully, I will have, some hoodies. I don't know when. I'm gonna get another set made. Um, it's basically gonna probably have the updated colors, and it'll probably say on the back of the hoodie, "Don't stop oil," because I hate that whole EV bullshit with the stop oil, so it will stop oil. So that's my idea for my next t-shirt line. I don't know if you guys think it's cool. I just need a company that actually cannot mess up the order like the last 3 companies. So, uh, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'd love to have some new merch available. Um, yeah, we'll see. Um, trying to think. Hopefully, I'll have some more updated photos of the 11th gen within the next few weeks. That's the goal. Just waiting for it to get picked up and transported. Low pressure fuel pump for the Accord, which is the go-to. The DW300. Um, I mean, honestly, that's really all you need. Um, and you just take it out, swap it in. It's basically got everything you need. There's even install stuff that DW have online. So that's the only one. The only thing is, it's really not going to do anything for you technically. I mean, if you're running meth and some other stuff, and a ton of boost, yeah. Unfortunately, with the Accord, you can't change out the high pressure pump. So, but yeah, go check out Andy's page. He has a video on it. So he's got some of the most Accord content on the planet for the 10th gen. So, what's up, Mark? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, the stock pump's only going to last so long on E. So, I mean, you're better probably changing it out while it's running good. So, if you install it wrong, you installed it wrong. Whether then you install it, it still doesn't work after your pump. It's up to you. I always have them in stock, so they're usually always ready to go. Um, so no worries about that. I just wish we could get something new with like the Accord. I saw that PRL were talking about some new parts for the Accord. I don't know what that's going to be. Test fitting stuff. I'm assuming it's some of their chassis stiffening, bracing stuff. Maybe they think might work from the Civic on the Accord, is what I'm thinking. So, the fuel line mod, yes, it does make a difference. Is it going to be tons? No, but it does make a difference. I mean, 510 horsepower is still 510 horsepower. Yeah, that's pretty common on the downpipe. So did it come out the top where the turbo is, or because most of those always come out? It's not a big deal. You can just thread it back in and tighten down the bolt. It probably means the fuel line from the high pressure pump, Andy, to the DI fuel rail. Yeah, I always say just you're lucky it didn't snap, and I've had some that have come off 3 times and then a 4th time off, and then they snap. So it's just the amount of heat that these bolts get, they just break down through time, especially when you tighten them and loosen them. Um, it's bound to happen. I have the RV6 titanium ones. If you want a backup set, they're good to have. They look beautiful. I haven't seen one of those break, so yeah. Yeah, I keep wondering when there's gonna be an update for the, Integra Type S with the flex fuel. I haven't seen anything. I'm sure it's gonna be coming soon. Um, hopefully. I feel like the Integra is just a little behind the Type R. Yeah, I always say when you're doing these turbo bolts, I always run the engine for a couple minutes just to let them warm up. Obviously, when they get cold, the bolts change. So that's why they usually will break, seize, whatever. So, so PRL at one point because they screwed the HV1 owners with the ability to swap the titanium inlet, caved in and swapped to the V2. The titanium inlet works with both intake boxes. They just have basically a different box design for getting more air into the box, but as far as the couplers and that, it's all the same. My cars have been tuned by Derek at IMW. That's who I use for my tuning. He's the one that writes all the software for basically the support tuning for K-Tuner. So I figure no one knows K-Tuners better than that dude. Yeah, it sucks when the actual bolts in that break inside the turbo housing. That definitely is not fun. But yeah, the RV6 is a beautiful turbo and it sounds really, really good. Oh, there's been some updates. I finally forgot about this actually. Got our first working 1.5 11 gen inlet intake kit on the market. Someone's actually running it, and the feedback was amazing from him. And it's on a Integra, and yeah, I think it's still one of the best intakes out on the market. We'll see as they kind of float around and what people say. So yeah, yeah. The titanium works with a V1. I probably sold maybe 1,000. If you're using the Type R coupler that came with the titanium inlet, you actually need to cut a piece of coupler and stuff it inside so that the MAF housing, there's no gap. Or you can buy the basically the PRL Accord revision coupler that works for the titanium inlet with the Accord gearbox. Version 1, version 2, it doesn't matter. I'm actually going to be launching a video, I think this week, going over the titanium inlet. It's another shorter one that kind of goes over some stuff because there's still so many people asking me daily about the PRL inlet, what they need, turbo swap. So I'm doing another one. I'll probably post it tomorrow, actually. I really want to keep making these videos so people don't have to keep asking me the same questions over again. It's funny, I'll even send people links to watch with all the information, and they'll still ask me the questions that are in the video. So hopefully people will tune in and actually listen to these things. I know like people's mindset is set to 30 seconds and no longer, but there is a lot of good information in some of the videos that we have online. So um yeah, any turbo is going to work with any inlet. So how do you actually like your 27.1 turbo inlet? Just out of curiosity. There's a couple things that I see them bringing out, and I haven't been a fan of much of their stuff lately. So, and we don't sell 27.1, so just so everyone knows. My only downfall with their turbo inlet is one, it looks massive in size. I think with a stock turbo, it wouldn't make any gains at all. My other thing is it's a huge cast piece of metal. So to me, the heat soak on that would just be unbelievably bad. Um, but I mean, any pipe's going to have heat soak. I really like ours because I know it's our inlet pipe, but it's full sheet metal, aluminum. It's like there's a video of me literally after back-to-back pulls with my hand clenched around it, touching it, um, and it wasn't even hot. And I guarantee you run a couple back-to-back pulls on that 27.1 turbo inlet, you will not be able to touch that thing. But we'll see. I don't know why I have this little heart on the page. It's super annoying. Um, well, it depends on the 2.0 what. For Type R, Accord. Yeah, the only thing that keeps people away from our inlet pipe is the fact that it needs tuned. So I kind of let people know, like, do this when you turbo swap. It does have a larger MAF housing, so you're getting it's a race MAF housing. Um, So it is a lot larger than the stock or any other intake on the market for the 11th gen. Not that it's technically needed, but it'll still make about 5 horsepower more. Um, yeah, the titanium is the best, but however, it's connected to a full cast piece that's bolted on the turbo, so it's not full titanium. So that's my only gripe on the PRL one, even though it's the most beautiful looking of all of them. It does have a large cast piece on the end, so I honestly have to look back at mine. I know the customer now that's running it, he says his AITs have gone down 5 to 10 degrees. Um, and I'm gonna check back with him. He's been doing a lot of data logging with it, and then he's tuning with Derek in a few days. So we're hoping for almost 345 wheel and 310 torque, maybe. The problem with our car is we just ran out of fuel pressure because it was the sport touring ECU. So it didn't have the fuel pressure that the SI or the Integra uh, ECU can allow. So yeah, there's a lot of heat stuff you can do. I mean, that turbo just sitting right under it is just not the best. I understand the intercooler does a lot of work, but it does help, having a lot of these the higher temps cooled down as much as you can because then the intercooler doesn't have to work as hard. No, the shortened bolts don't. You got to understand it's for the Type R. So I usually just use a couple washers when I have done it in the past. I mean, I could go get a bunch of bolts and actually just add them to the kit, but it's just more stuff to remember. I already have all these other things. But yeah, usually you can use a couple washers or just go get a couple bolts. Yeah, titanium will change color from heat, so that's pretty normal. A lot of people actually take like a heat gun and actually change it purposely. Once you add heat to these titanium pipes, they just completely change. Oh man. Cool. It seems like we got a lot of people in here tonight, which is awesome. Especially when you guys stay in here and actually get involved in the chat. I love it. And it really helps a lot. Especially if you guys do a big thumbs up. I know I ask it every week, but anything helps. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Well, there's a company that are coming out with a kit for it. Problem is, if you have an auto, you're kind of screwed. You need a 6 speed because there's an auto drive, obviously transmission from the RDX, but getting it to physically work electronically, I don't see it happening. So I think the only way is you would actually have an all-wheel drive 6 speed trans if you want to do this. So automatic guys for the Accord, you're probably screwed. Andy, you're in luck if you ever want to go all-wheel drive. Hmm. I totally forgot. I was supposed to look this up. You just have to have automatic fluid. Obviously, some people use AMS oil. I prefer Torco. I forgot to check if they even have the automatic. I'm sure they do. I just haven't added it to the website. Maybe I'll do that. For my Accord guys, the other thing, all our downpipe shipped for the 1.5 turbo, except for a couple orders. On my third batch already. So a lot of people already getting back to me saying how much they love the new downpipes. I can't wait to bring out the 2-liter ones. It's just taking a lot longer than I thought. So I need to talk to my fab guy and see. They haven't even finished doing the final mock up and test fit before they can get into making them. So I know I have a pre order on the site. Hopefully, they'll ship within the next 2 months. of hard getting some parts. A lot of places are busy, so but yeah, and it's good to see the feedback coming out. I was a little bit worried, obviously, when you launch a product and have spent thousands on something to have it go out. And now, I'm in North Carolina and my fab place is still in Arizona that makes these. I don't really have any quality control over when they go out, so I just trust the guys that do it, but it's still scary. So, but yeah. Yeah, you guys need to go follow Andy Klein if you want to see. He's the world's fastest 10th gen Accord 6 speed, and maybe soon world's fastest 10th gen period. So I see it definitely happening at some point. We'll see if it's this year. We're supposed to line him up and Alex Gleach and see if we could get a race going. So 1050s would be great. I mean, 99 would be really good, but we'll see. Yeah, his car does some really sick 60 to 130 pulls. He would probably put shame on almost 95% of Type R's out there right now. So, yeah, go check out his channel, watch some videos, subscribe to it. He's definitely one of our biggest supporters. Uh, and we've been doing this together for well over 10 years now. So, yeah, man, tonight's flying by. It's already almost 8:40. Trying to think of other stuff. I can't really think of anything else right now. I've got tons of hybrid shifters in stock for the Type R, 10th gen, 11th gen, 9th gen. Acuities isn't going to be out for the 11th gen until the end of summer, unfortunately. Kind of hoping it was going to happen by midsummer. Just they're still testing. Hopefully, some more stuff coming out from them. So I don't sell the fuel line mod. I didn't want to be responsible for the liability point of those. So I just decided not to do it. Um, I actually had one of my sales guys, I gave him the idea and he was going to do them for me. And then he stopped being my sales guy and then went online and just started selling them himself. So um, I just let people do what they want to do with those. It's honestly more trouble than it's worth for me, anyways. Wheel horsepower, well, depends on the setup, but 550 wheel area, basically. And you got to be on meth injection for that. Well, let me go check real quick. I can actually do this while we're online. Let's see if they're in stock. You can do this stuff pretty easy. Plus, I have my portal. I got 14 sets in stock. So there you go, Mark. 14 sets. It would ship tomorrow. Yep. And that's why we come on here, guys. If anyone wants something, looking for something, I can look it up right now pretty much and find out. Obviously, some things take me a little longer to look through my inventory to find, but yep. The TLX Type S. The TLX Type S is it's a V6, so it's not going to work. You would need the RDX. That's the only one that would work, or TLX 2.0 would work too. We have 2.0 all-wheel drive. So I'm sure there's a way to make it work. The problem is the ECU, I do not see allowing it to work. Yeah, so that's the issue. So, oh, sweet. Yeah, if you guys want to go see some cool content from Mark, Integra Type S Performance, he buys a lot of parts from us for his Type S, and he does a lot of road course stuff. So he's got a really cool channel. If you want to go check it out, I love supporting everyone on here. kind of the one thing I see a lot of people online, like, continuing supporting, like, eBay and Amazon, and guys, just keep supporting each other, family, friends. That's really the backbone of, like, this country, and supporting good people. Try to forget some of these big businesses that don't really care two shits about you, to be quite honest. So, there's lots of good companies out there to buy from. And the thing is, we actually know the parts. It's funny when I always see people posting up about buying something on Amazon, I'm like, "Good luck getting any information out of that company on what you just bought." Yeah, Walmart's a funny one. There was a guy around a while, he was selling, like, K-tuners for 310 bucks on Walmart, and, I guess, like, he had been banned by K-tuner, but he had bought so many back in the day that, like, they couldn't do anything about him selling these on Walmart. So, I think he's done now, but, yeah, I just found it funny, like, Walmart selling K-tuners, like, what in the world? I mean, Walmart is just basically an advertisement for the company, and they just take a big cut of, you know, what the person sells. That's why I hate eBay, like, literally, I have a couple shifters on Acuity shifters on eBay to see how it went, and so I'll break it down to you guys so you guys can hear how crazy this is. So, we'll say the shifter is $400, okay, and I buy it for maybe 340, okay? I still have shipping to pay for. eBay takes a $120 cut out of that $400. That's how much profit they make. So it's not even worth selling as a company on eBay. It's insane. Yeah. And even, I mean, I'll even talk. I mean, I use a firm on our site. If you want their best tiered product for a firm, they take 11% profit for literally doing nothing, just loaning someone money. It's insane. So yeah, I always try and tell people, please don't use a firm. I understand you need your parts, but it kills businesses because we barely make anything off those companies. But for me to get orders, I have to compete against other people, you know? I mean, making something is better than making nothing, I guess. So your car is sponsored by Walmart. That's cool. Did you use the self-checkout or did someone help you? Yeah, who knows? That guy probably sells JB4s now at this point. Well, welcome in people. I see a couple people added in, so welcome to the group chat. Self checkout with the employee discount. That's funny. Oh man, that's crazy. I had a guy from Guam the other day too that was trying to get $150 discount on something, and it's $300 to ship to him. I'm like, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, but I can only do so much with these orders. Oh man. So yeah, hopefully, this is set to be the biggest month of the year for us. We'll see how the last 10 days goes. It's always really crucial, but it's been an amazing month. I hope May just keeps going, and we'll see. I think it's Garage 16 or something like that, or Garage N or something. It's kind of funny because it's a CSF core from what, or is it a Koyo Rad? I can't remember. I think it's a Koyo Rad. Man, the CSF radiators, they are out of stock for a long time for the Type R. I have an order from December, and they're not projected to ship anything now till June. Super long waits. Yeah, Mark, I would definitely look at putting in an order and trying to get a CSF radiator for your Type S. Obviously, if you're doing that type of racing, heat wise, and the acuity hoses would be good. Yeah, I think they switched to coil. I saw a picture today and it looked like they were showing a coil radiator. So, yeah, CSF wait times right now are insane. I think the Type R really just has screwed up production, obviously with whatever they're making. So, hello, Russia. I can only make out the part that says RDX. The rest, I don't speak. If it's Russian, I don't know. Could be plenty other countries. I mean, it just depends on what type of events you're using the brakes for. I mean, there's either just you want a little bit for grip for the street, you know, or are you actually going to track the car? So, but yeah, it all depends on what you want to do. I mean, that's really what any mod really comes down to is what you really want. What's your initial goal with the car, and what do you want out of it? Um, Now, track your car. Do you drag race, or are you actually going on a road course? Because then you need totally different brakes. I mean, for the most part, I like the Willwood kits that we have, for, the larger kits for the Accord. Yeah, you would definitely want a much since the size of the car, there's a 14-inch brake kit that we have, which is just massive with a 6 pot. I mean, that's really gonna help you out a lot. There's an 11.6 kit we have that's too small for, circuit racing. Definitely want something with slotted. Don't do drilled. They tend to crack through time from the heat. Oh, did you just Google Translate or do you actually speak Russian? I only know a couple words in Russian, but I definitely don't know how to look at it and understand what anyone is saying. Ah, see, I thought you were smart. Well, you are smart. You actually use Google. Hmm. Yeah, the Russian dudes all like the RDXs. It's crazy. I only know Nostrovia. I think I know a couple other ones. I don't know. My wife's been to Russia. I haven't been to Russia yet. Dying to go. Honestly, okay, Russia guys talking. Um, I don't know. I really like the K tuner. I think it's the best thing for the RDX, and especially with that style of ECU, it can't be beat. I don't know what you guys can do in Russia. I know you guys can hack a lot of computers and stuff like that. Like the super guys, they send a lot of their ECUs to Russia. Um, but yeah, just the K tuner, even the 1.2 unit is phenomenal. Oh, cool. I speak very little Spanish because I didn't grow up in the States, and I speak English and French and some Gaelic. So, but I try to learn I've been to almost 50 countries, so I try to learn as much simple language from everywhere I've gone in the world. So I just think it's kind of neat to do out of respect for where you're visiting. Yeah, hopefully I get to Russia sometime soon. I wish all this shit would be done. Such a crazy cool country. Yeah, these turbo cars, especially back-to-back runs, they just love to heat up quick. It was funny, last year did I go to France? I went to I my wife and I went to Paris. She's been a couple times. I've been to France a couple times, but this was my first main trip, and actually got to use some of I don't speak it that well. It takes a while for it to come back a little bit, but I actually did get, from several people actually at restaurants, saying how well of a French accent and speech I can do, so I was kind of surprised, so I'll go with that. We definitely carry almost every spoon part. I just need to get around to having my team add them all to the website. And the reason I don't like to add a lot of spoon parts is because they're always out of everything. And it's just like adding a part that I know people are gonna order and then be like, "Where's my part? Why isn't it shipped? I want a refund." So I'll probably just have it I need to actually do a thing, even though nobody reads when they check out because I have terms that everyone agrees to when they check out, and then when I tell people there's credit card fees for canceling, they're like, "What?" Um, but yeah, I'll probably have something in there that if parts are coming from overseas or Japan, there can be added wait times. Yeah, anything JDM, especially like right now with just container ships in California, it just takes a long time. So, I mean, I was supposed to have a couple valve covers from them, and I have some customers getting really upset now because it's been 3 weeks and I can't really do anything about it. Well, especially rebranded parts. I mean, a lot of their parts just I don't know. I think people just want that name for some reason. I like some of the stuff they do, but there's a few things where I'm like, I wouldn't pay the price. Yeah. Yep, their stuff takes forever, but I mean, that's just part of if you want JDM stuff, you know? There's only a couple cars that I would actually buy spoon parts for, Type R being one of them, and some of the older chassis. But yeah, their stuff's very expensive. Yeah, their wheels are cool, but they're a little overpriced. Yeah, the only thing I gotta say, Andy, is I did a wrinkle valve cover or people that do professional painting for me, and you maybe have done this, I don't know because you do painting. The wrinkle stuff is so hard to come out because in all the little, like, bumps in that on the valve cover, it, like, doubled up the wrinkle, and it just doesn't look that good. Now the regular paint, phenomenal, but yeah, their valve covers, just for the name, are ridiculous. They probably make, like, $500 off those things, and I know that because we offer the service, so I know how much these things cost, and I know you do too, Andy, so cool, well, thanks for everyone coming in tonight. I know it's been, I think, a pretty decent conversation. I can't think of anything else really to talk about tonight unless you guys have anything else you wanna chime in before we get off here. Usually, we stay on for about an hour, so we're right at 53 minutes right now, so all I ask is if you guys need parts, go on our website, support us. Um, Fuel pump, now are you talking about the direct injection pump getting more fuel? Because that cannot upgrade. Yeah, that's how this one turned out, and I'm bummed I actually got it done. I might have my paint shop strip it off and then redo it with a I'm not gonna do wrinkle ever again, to be quite honest, so That's enough for that. It just turns out like shit, and I don't like giving out crappy parts to people, so, uh, I did one for one guy, and it actually looked good, and he was happy with it, but it's just too inconsistent for my guy to do, so yep. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, if you need a spoon part ordered, FK7 guy, I can add it to our website. Just email us at axionindustries@gmail.com. I'll add it, and I can also check and see how long it's gonna be to get the part, so at least I can try, I'm always down to do that, so yep. But anyways, we're gonna add some more videos this week. Make sure to, check them out all the way through and support the channel. Share them on Facebook if you want. Um, really appreciate it, especially everyone that comes back every week. Super cool for even being able to enjoy an hour of your time. I know it's a lot to just sit on here and hear someone ramble the whole time, but yeah, hopefully we bring a little another aspect to the industry and some information. And we will be back next week at 8 o'clock East Coast. And yeah, make sure thumbs up the video, like and subscribe if you already haven't. And yeah, thanks again. Until next week.